So, I was meditating over the last many days about our conversations and what we can learn together as we go along in life. I kept going back to what I know to be true for myself, taught by Buddhist teachers. I have studied Hinduism, I've studied other spiritual paths like anthroposophy and many other paths also I've studied. However, Buddhism and what Buddha taught made a lot of sense. And if I had to go back and analyze what I've been talking about, a lot of what I've been talking about comes from many cultures, but mainly drawn from the teachings of the Buddha. So, to deal with any problems, to deal with our life, to make our life better, I have unconsciously been drawing from the teachings of the Buddha. So, today I decided to openly embrace that part of me which believes that those teachings are what has helped me majorly in my life. There are other teachings which has helped me, but in my day-to-day life, with myself, my father, mother, my family, my Lotus family, my children at Lotus, everything I have always drawn a big part of what Buddha taught us. So I will share that with you little by little in small bites. I will share that with you in little bites. So today we will look at what is the basic teaching of the Buddha. The basic teaching is the Four Noble Truths. The first noble truth is suffering is there. The second noble truth is there is an origin of suffering. Suffering began somewhere, Buddha says. The third truth he says that there is a path to healing the suffering. And the fourth is the practice of healing the suffering. Buddha taught that suffering will be there in everybody's life. A small story I will share with you. At the time that Buddha was enlightened and he was living in the kingdom of Swasti, a lady came to him crying one morning and said, "My son passed away. Bring him back to life because you teach us so many things. Now bring him back to life." So Buddha calmly told her, "Can you go to your friends' houses and get me mustard from a home which has not faced death? Then we can try to bring the child back to life." So the mother ran from home to home in her grief and in sadness and desperation and anger. She ran from home to home asking for mustard, kadugu from every home. And they all were ready to give her kilograms of kadugu. But when she asked the question, "Has nobody died in your house? Then I can take this. Then my son can be alive." So she could not find one home where there was no death. So she was dejected and grief-stricken, and she went back to Buddha. Buddha embraced her, took her on as his disciple and person to heal, and he taught many sutras, many lessons based on this experience. So, suffering is inevitable. There is always, the second truth is, there is always a source of suffering. The third is, there is a solution to the cessation, means stopping of the suffering. And fourth is the beautiful path to the cessation of suffering. Cessation means stopping of suffering. So we will explore this, because when we look at the children in their obsessions and aggression, they are suffering so much. We are suffering so much. Our community, if you are suffering, I'm also suffering. I don't feel, I cannot be completely happy if, even if one of our children is struggling. And take the example of Shireen. She's struggling so much. I cannot be completely happy, because I have that little bit in me, that suffering of hers is also in me. It is not gone. How much ever I say and laugh, and we all find joy, but that seed of grief still exists. This is what I've noticed. So that is why I decided to take in and speak about it openly, about the grief, about the suffering. And let us explore this little by little as we go along in this, whatever I know, whatever I've experienced in life, I'm happy to share with you all. And that, let us hope we find a better place in our mind for all of us, for our children, and a better life for all of us. Okay? Anything you wish to share, please do.
Thank you, Nandini. It was a nice story and very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.